So the first thing I like to start with is the roller right at the base of my head. I gently get down and find the position so that my chin can drop down. You can hold both sides of the roller so it doesn't get away from you. I slowly start turning my nose to the right and to the left. We hold a lot of tension here, and that's where our neck and shoulders can get into trouble. Notice if one side feels more tender or short. We always want to use our breath at the exhale to release any tension. I'm going to do this for about 30 to 45 seconds. I'm going to gently turn to the side and move the roller down to my bra line. We don't want to hit kidneys or ribs. It should be right below your heart. Hands behind your head, feet parallel. Your bottom is barely off the floor, just enough so you have some mobility to roll yourself gently almost right to the base of the neck. And then just below the bra line. We really never want to roll over bones, always around the fascia and the muscle tissue. Nice full breaths. If you feel a spot that is intense and really needs your attention, just take a pause and use your breath to stay over it for a few extra moments. You are the professional of your body. You know if something is too much or not right. We're going to come back to center and gently turn to the very top of the lat muscle, the meaty part of the armpit. Play with this angle, get in there because this is a really sore spot for a lot of people. I know it's really counterintuitive to stay with something that's really intense, but you'll allow for so much release of tension. Very gently, we're going to move down to the quadriceps. We're going to stop at the top, almost right at the pubic bone and hip flexors. We really want to support our belly here, so we're going to make sure we're up on our forearms. We want to avoid stress on our shoulders as well. We're going to gently roll down to the top of the knees, not over them, just right above. We want to get as close to the attachments to allow for more mobility in the lower body. Start playing with this and take some weight over to the right quad and then to the left. If you need to pause over a certain area, it's really important that you do so. With all the lower body work we do, it's extremely important to give these limbs and attachments this type of recovery. Slow, deep breaths. The more you do this, the more your body opens up and allows for a deeper experience on the roller. So don't be discouraged if it's too intense right now. You'll start feeling more ease after a week or less. We're now going to turn to the right, the infamous IT bands. If you're a seasoned roller, you can have your legs out to get the full weight of your body. If it's a little too intense, just cross a leg over to release some weight. You really don't want to strain your shoulders. Take your time on these IT bands, they really call for a lot of attention. Play with the angle, turn towards the floor, see if you can get deeper with different directions. Now there's a little soft spot I want to roll to that, especially for women, is a natural little dip right before the pelvic ridge. You can keep your bottom leg bent to release some weight, top leg straight, one long line. Hang out here, send the toes away. You'll get a really big stretch in that hip area. Now I want to take a moment in child's pose to sit back and restore. I use the roller to give myself a bigger stretch and also to give my forearms some attention. Now for the glutes. I take a seat on the roller with my weight shifted onto one side. I cross the opposite leg over my knee and hold myself up so that the movement is fluid and effective. I'm going to do this for about a minute since this part is always really sore for me. Make sure you're breathing and pausing over any extra painful spots. When you're ready, just repeat this movement on the other side. If it's a lot to cross the leg and the hip is really tight, just keep both feet on the ground still, leaning into that cheek. Now for the shins, we're going to come up on the roller just below the kneecaps. We don't want to go over those. You really want your full body weight on here. Put a heavy seat on towards the heels so that you have the full weight working and the roller can really get in and massage an area that we really don't give a lot of attention to. This releases a lot of tension on the knees and the ankles. Play with your weight and shift here. Here, we're going to place the roller right at the top of the sacrum. Make sure it's not in your lower back and not on your butt, right in between those two. Hold that roller in place with both hands and allow your legs to move side to side. This is one of my favorites. I extend my legs gently for an added little stretch. We're then going to change up the direction and bring our legs up towards our head and get a really good lower back release. Hold it for a moment and then bring the legs back down. Do this a couple times. Next, we have our inner thighs, and these can be really intense, so keep up that steady breath. Place the roller on the opposite side of your body and get as deep as you can. There's a ton of attachments here. Support yourself with your forearms and start at the knee. Keep your body facing the floor and work your way all the way up to the groin. For our triceps, we're going to lie face down and support ourselves with our opposite arm. Think about lifting your heart and drawing the belly in rather than putting a lot of weight on the supporting arm and potentially pinching your lower back. We really want to allow for more weight on the arm that we're rolling.